Hi guys, so welcome to my channel again today. I'm happy to have you guys. So I've gone off for some while. Alright, so in today's video I'm going to talk about how to start your data entry using Excel as a beginner. Yes, as a beginner. So thank you so much guys. For those who have subscribed to my channel, have been watching my videos, thank you so much for engaging. And if you are just seeing me for the first time, my name is Ruth and welcome to my channel where we talk about virtual assistant skills, how to navigate the skills, remote jobs and lots more. Okay, so if this is the kind of content you're interested in, please click on the subscribe button, smash that subscribe button, turn on notification bell so that you won't miss anytime I post a new video. Alright, so I'll try and be consistent in this channel. And so today I'm going to show you how to start. This is actually a beginner friendly video for people who don't really know, like you're interested in doing data entry but I don't really understand how to use this Excel platform, right? Because most of the data entry job is either using Excel, MS Word, Google Sheets, Google spreadsheet and lots more, right? So that is just it. So here this is Excel and I'm actually using Excel 2016 version. So I don't know the version you have. So the first thing is for you to download this into your desktop or laptop, right? And once you do that, you launch your Excel. Now this is it. You see here we have the menu bar, we have the file, the home, the insert, the layouts, formulas and a lot more. So I actually have Power Pivot here too because I do data analysis and that's where you really need to use all these ones, the query section, right? So here I'm just going to show us the basic knowledge of using Excel, like basic data entry using Excel. So the first thing you do is to understand that we have rows and columns. This is the formula bar, right, where you see your formulas. So let's say, for example, let's do a student record, right? So let's do a student record and use that to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to save this file. This is the first thing I like doing to be sure of what I'm doing. So I'm going to save it, right? Save it and give your workbook a name you want to give, right? So to save, you go to where we have file and then you click on save as, and I'm going to give it a name. Let's say practice. I'm just trying to show something, just say practice, and then we save, so that I'll be sure that whatever I'm doing is actually saved, right? So now I'm back here. Let me say the example that we have given list of data from a school and we are from a school teacher, and we are to enter this into our Excel sheet, like to show the student scores records for the class, right? So the next thing we have is, first we have to have the names of the student. Let's have a serial number first. Okay, so you carry your cursor and come to select on the cell, right? When you select on the cell, you type your serial number. So let me use serial number SN. So that's the title. Then the next we'll have the name, student names. So let me say names, right? And after that we can write, let's say test 1, right? Let's say test 2. Okay, so let's say total here. And then we have here exams. And then we have here after exam, let's have the subtotal. Okay, let's come here and have I like to have here, let's say average, and then here I'll have grade, right? Then let's say position. If it's cool that do show like what position was the person, so let's do that. So let's say this is the basic data we are going to enter for this, say for the teacher. Okay, so this is the title. So the next thing we have to do is to make it look good. Like you can select this and add field color. So to add field color, let's go back. To add field color, you select this, then this is field color, this is field color, this is text color, right? So you click on this field color and once you click on it, it will show you colors you can choose, right? So let's say I want to use this color blue, or let's say I want to use this color lemon, right? So that is it. So you do the same, add few colors to it, then you can now make it bold, right? If you select the cell, you can make it bold, and if you select, you can see change the color of the text. Maybe you want it to be white, right? So that is just it. So at this point, you know how to add text, add color, and make it bold. So that's just what I want you to understand, the basic knowledge of how to navigate the Excel space, right? Okay, now so you can see this is our heading, right? So this is like the heading of our table, right? So the next thing you do, it looks small, so the heading is supposed to have, the cells of the heading is supposed to be maybe larger than the main body. So to enlarge this, you just bring your cursor down to the end like this, right? To enlarge this, so maybe you just select here, and then you bring your cursor to the end, and when you see you have like a plus sign, so you control and drag it to expand it, right? So you can see we've expanded this. Okay, so you can expand it the way you want. Then if you want to expand the column, you can now bring it here, up here like this, and then you've actually expanded it. Okay, but we don't want to expand this one now. Okay, so the next thing we do here is to put the details. Okay, so we have 10 students in the class. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing is that we have the student's name here. So looking at this student's name, we'll find out that they are larger. So for us, we have to expand this to look neat. So we take the cursor to the top, right, and expand it to look neat, right? So this is it for the student's name. So the next thing is the test score. So I will type in the test score. So now that we actually have the test 1 and test 2. Now to get the total, that is where we have to bring in formula, because if we want to start in Excel, to start a formula, you have to start with an equal sign. So we type an equal sign first. You see, once we type it, come up to this formula bar, you see that whatever function we are putting in, it is displaying here. So and I type equal sign. So once you type equal sign, to make it, you can actually do sum. This the function formula called sum. So if you type sum, you can look at it to bring sum for us. So this is sum. So you can click on sum. So it's either you use the sum or you use this. You can just do equal to, let's go to the simple one in addition. Equal to, you select this cell, right? This cell, then plus this cell, right? And you enter, press your enter key. So it will actually give you the total. So it has calculated for you the sum. Then all you need to, you don't have to start typing everything. So you just click on the here, and then the cursor will show you the plus sign. So you drag it down, and it's going to duplicate the same formula for all of them. So you can see, if you look at it, it's actually correct. 10 plus 6 is 16, right? 12 plus 8 is 20. So you have calculated this very fast. So the next thing is to put in the exam values, and then you use the same formula to get your subtotal, which the subtotal will actually be the test total plus the exam will give you the sum total, right? So that's how to calculate basic this is. So that's for the sum, and you can also use the function equal to sum.
Like this video if you have not liked to this point. At this point you are learning something, please like this video.
Let's calculate the subtotal using this formula. So I have my exams and I have my total here. So all I need to do is to key in, start with the equal sign, then come to type sum, right? So the next thing is you open a bracket. So once you open a bracket, look at the formula here. So you open a bracket and you select the first cell. So the first here, let's select here 11, right? And then you put comma and select the second, which is this. Then you close the bracket. You close the bracket and you enter, right? So it's actually calculated. So that's the formula for summing, for addition. see, equal to sum, open brackets, select the cell and then the second cell, comma, then the second cell, and then you close bracket. So we can now replicate this by dragging it down for others to be calculated. So if you even still check, you find out that even others is still using the same formula, right? So it has copied. That's one thing about Excel. It makes work simple for us, right? So now let's calculate some. Let me show you how to do the same thing when it comes to subtraction. So to subtract, you can practically, let me just use this cell because it's not part of our work. You type equal to, let's say I want to subtract this minus this. So I can practically select the first cell, 61, right? And then minus the next cell I'm subtracting from, which is here, 11. And if you press enter, you see it's 50. So that's how to subtract basically. Then so for average is actually calculated, like let's say maybe we had a lot of subjects here, and it's always the total value divided by the number of let's say if it was subject, if it was 6 subjects, so you divide the total number, the total this thing value the person got by the number of subjects, right? So let me use this scenario and say, okay, this was test 1, test 2, test 3. So let's just use the three assessments they had. So let me say I'm doing average for the 3 assessments. So I will actually use this equal sign, then this, which is the total amount the person scored, divided by 3, right? Divided by the 3 assessments they got, and then enter, right? So this is the average now. So you can now still drag it down to get the average for each of them. Okay, so that's just it. So what about how to grade? How to grade, that's where we have to put in a lot of formula. Don't forget that the division sign for is just this slant like this. So it's just when you slide it like this, that's the division sign. Now to grade, to give the student grade, like if it was pass or fail, this is how you get to do it. Okay, to get the grading, so let's use the if function. So the if function is what we are going to do here. I think it's called conditional formatting. Yes. So here we can write equal to, right? Use the if function. If, okay, you can see it here. If, then you open brackets. So this way we'll bring the logical test. So if, we'll now say if G2 is greater than 65, is greater than 75, is distinction. So that what we'll say. If this is greater than 75, so if G2 is greater than 75, then you put comma. Then what do you want it to be? It should be distinction. So for you to give the logical value, like the answer that you are expecting, so you now open this double quotes, then you write what you want. Let's say we want distinction, right? So you said, okay, is distinction. Then we close the quotes, right? So distinction. So this is the value you're going to put. Then you put comma, right? Then also we are going to give another condition. Another condition here is that if you now open brackets, if this same G2, right, is greater than 50, if greater than 50, then we put comma and now give the value. What should it be? If it's greater than 50, say it is good, right? So the grade is good. So we now put good. Then you close the quotes. You close the quotes. Then here we are not going to give another condition. So what next we have to do is we now give another condition. Open another quote. So this Excel will automatically know that, okay, so if it is greater than 50, it should be good. Meaning that if it is lesser than this, it's actually fail or poor. So let's use the word poor. So let's use the word poor. And then you close the quotes. So now, after putting this condition that we want, we close the bracket. If you check here now, that it is two brackets that are open. If we enter this like this, it's going to still tell us that there is an error, or maybe help us correct it. But I want to put double brackets because it's actually two brackets that are open here. So this conditional formatting states that if this G2 is equal to 75, it is distinction. Give the person distinction. If this same G2 is greater than 50, give the person good. Now we now condition it to be poor if it is not, if it's less than 50. Then you click on enter. You can see. So it's showing us that this first person scored 61, which is good. So now let's use the same method to replicate it and see what others. You can see it here. You can see what is happening here, right? It's showing us that this person is good, this one is poor. Why is it poor? Because the person scored 46, which is lesser than 50 as we condition. So it's actually poor. So this one scored 82, which is above 75, which is distinction. And this one 37, lesser than 50, which is poor. So this is how to condition and grade. Alright. So this is how to, the formula for grading. You can see the formula for grading is using conditional formatting. So you either use if this is this, then you give the logical test and give your values, then you close, and that is how to do it. Okay, so let me show you how to add the formula for ranking, like position. What position did this person get, right? So let me show you formula for this before we close. Now for the rank, for the positioning, so we are going to use the formula called rank, right? So this rank now, we are going to, what are we using to know the position? Is the subtotal, right? What they scored, the total value they had in this subject, right? Is what we are using to check this out. So the first thing we see here is for us to put the formula equal to, then we type rank. There is a formula called rank when you type. So rank, then we open brackets, right? So you can now see here, the formula is here, rank, open brackets, then the number. Now what are we selecting? We are using this cell G2, comma. But you can't use this like this, it will not work. So you have to use ampersand to separate it. So you can now use ampersand to say ampersand G ampersand 2. Ampersand is this sign called this and sign, right? I don't know. Sorry guys, I didn't select. Ampersand is this sign here. Okay, so sorry, the dollar sign though is dollar signed, actually dollar signed. So you now type the dollar signed G, right? Then another dollar sign 2. Then you now use colon. You now use colon to separate it, right? You now use colon. Then you now bring another dollar, because what are we using? Is G? We are calculating for G from G2 to G11. So we now say ampersand G ampersand. I'm still calling ampersand 11. It's not 11. It's dollar sign though, not ampersand. Sorry. You see that immediately I selected it like this. Dollar sign G $2. colon $G $11, it selects this automatically. You see where it's highlighted with red, it selects here automatically. Okay, then you close the bracket. When you close the bracket and enter, you see it just show that this person is in position number 4, score 61, and looking at the hierarchy here, he is number 4. So let's also drag it down to get, you can see it here, right? So you see this person scored first. The person with distinction is the first position. This one with good is second because he scored 75, followed by the third position 72. So at this point, you have been able to easily check the position of these students or the ranking of this student using the ranking formula. So that is just it. So to check the position, you use the rank formula, which is equal to rank. You open bracket, then you select the cell you are using to rank from where to where. Then you use the $ to separate them, the values. That is just it. So at least you have learned. I just wanted to give you guys something to practice, like for new people, because I had someone who told me, I don't even know how to use Excel. I don't know what to do with Excel, but I shall know how to enter that task, but there are some things I don't know. So I decided to do this. Okay, example, if you are given a student record, what do you do? Okay, so you just know that when it comes to students record, you have to calculate average, calculate the grade, the position, the total, and the lot more. So that's why I brought this formula. So I believe that in this video you have learned how to do addition, like sum, subtraction using Excel, division sign using Excel, and how to calculate your average, how to calculate grade, and how to calculate your position using the ranking, right? And at this point, you also understand how to use the formatting. Thank you so much for this video. If you actually learned something from this video, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what you have learned in the comment section, and if there's anything you also want to learn, you can let me know in the comment section as well. So take your time. As my new person is just starting, let's start this together. You can do this, practice this, and let me know if you have practiced yours and you got it right. All right, so you can send a screenshot of what you do, like getting student records, calculating the average, the grades, and the position, and let me see in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, and please don't go without clicking on the subscribe button, the like button, and then the comment section. Share this video, and see you in my next video, because I'll keep bringing to you some things you need to know, like educative, especially for beginners. Bye. See you in my next video. Bye.